learn English or practice English? Yes, dear friends, whether you should learn English or you should practice English to become fluent in English. First of all, let us know the difference between learn English and practice English. What is the meaning of learn and practice? Dear friends, when you acquire some knowledge or understanding of any particular thing, that is called you are learning. Whereas when you practice means you will exercise and the problem solving. It's about applying your skills and becoming practical. And as long as the language is concerned, we need to be more practical than mere learning. You don't have to study or by heart the language, whereas you need to practice them on daily basis. Most of us are not from English-speaking household, so everyone around us would speak in our native language. I understand that a lot of us do not have the privilege or the environment to improve our English language. Have you ever wondered that we have English as a subject in our schools and most of our books are also in English? In spite of that, we are not fluent in English. Why we are not able to speak well in English? Dear friends, the reason is we learn English as a subject but not to practice as spoken English. At school, we study English only in the intention to score marks. So, we are not able to improve our English language at school. And coming to our home, all at home speak in our native language. Hence, neither at school nor at home we have the environment to practice and improve our spoken English. Whereas, the fact is, English is the language of professional communication. So, I want you to practice and improve your spoken English. And I want you to gain confidence and become fluent in English. Yes, dear friends, in this video, I am going to tell you the simple and effective methods about how to practice English. To practice English, dear friends, we need to change our medium of consuming content. What do you mean by consume content? It is nothing but you are going to consume every content in English only. The reason that I am so fluent in English today and have gotten better over the years is because I primarily consume English content. I consume content primarily in English only, and as a result of that, I am able to improve my sentence structure on the go and everything becomes better just with the simple practice of consuming content in English. I just expose myself to the English language on a continuous basis, and that's exactly, dear friends, you have to do. Even if you don't understand, or if you understand partially, or if you understand fully, not a problem. Start by exposing yourself to more and more content in English and only in English. For example, if you like personal growth, then you need to watch YouTubers who create personal growth content in English. If you are trying to build a fitness routine, even that time you need to watch it from English videos. Watch creators who are giving you advice on fitness in English and consume content in English only. And you will begin to enjoy English. You can consume content in multiple ways. Dear friends, the first method to practice English is the method called listening in English. Listening in English. Yes, dear friends, you can easily do this by making it your background play. That is listening in background means playing English songs or English podcast or English conversation that is in the background, and do this while you are getting bored or while you are doing some your regular tasks. Maybe you are cleaning your room. Your brain will notice the sentence structure and the grammar what is used in that conversation, the words, the phrases, everything your mind will grasp, and over time you will feel it very natural and you don't have to translate it from your native language to English language. Secondly, dear friends, it helps you to learn the correct pronunciation of complex words. And thirdly, you learn the informal terms or slang that people use in everyday English. You have to understand that writing in a language is different from speaking in a language. While you write in Hindi, you use pure Hindi, but when you speak in Hindi, the version of Hindi differs. The same thing applies to English. Consuming content helps you to understand the conversational English. Yes, dear friends. Thus, what happens? Your vocabulary and your knowledge of words will increase. For example, if you love skincare content, then follow a beauty creator who makes it in English. This will help you to learn the latest trends in skincare as well as you acquire the new words or new phrases for your daily conversation. Dear friends, the next way to practice English is the method called imitation. Now, what is imitation? Imitation is nothing but speaking yourself, that is self-speaking. Suppose you watch a content in English, then you try to summarize or explain it in your own words to yourself in English. Let us say that you have watched a 5-minute video, or you might have used my video. After you watching the video, what you should do? You need to switch on your camera and record a summary of what you have heard or what you have watched. This actually serves two purposes. Recording yourself lets you to track your progress. It gives you a very different kind of confidence. By this, you will not only improve your English language, whereas it also boosts your personality. So, you need to practice this imitation at the end of every day. Why? Because you can describe your day. You need to describe it in English. Your full day activity, that is how your day went, including positive, negatives, whatever you faced. Yes, dear friends. Another option is you can select any item from your house and you can describe for 2 minutes. Both these serve the same purpose. You need to do this daily, at least for 10 minutes. Gradually, you will be more confident while you speak in English. Dear friends, the next way to practice English is to use the method called journalizing. Now you'll ask me, what is journalizing? Journalizing is summarizing your feelings in one page of paper. This is the process of writing down your feelings in English, not in your native language. It takes hardly 10 minutes of your time and gradually you will become even faster. While doing this, keep in mind that not to worry about your perfect English. At this point of time, you need to concentrate only in writing. Write everything and anything what comes in your mind. No need to worry about the grammar. Write just a couple of sentences for the first few days. Later you can increase the sentences. Journalizing in English helps you to think well in English. So, if you start thinking well in English, you are going to speak well in English. Journalizing is one of the best ways to improve your spoken English or English fluency. Write about your day, what you do, what you did or what you liked, what you did not like. Everything that should be written in English. Journalizing gives you the clarity of thought and it helps you to develop clear thinking in English. It trains your brain to think in English. Yes, dear friends, another way to practice English is to use the method called think in English. What is think in English? If you think in your native language, you are speaking well in your native language. At the same way, if you think in English, you are going to speak well in English as well. If you need to speak in English, start by thinking in English itself. You need to start by describing your present moment that you can think in your mind, or what you are doing currently, what is happening around you, everything, your present activity, everything you have to try to think in English. When you think in English, you can speak out and gradually you will gain confidence to speak fluently. Dear friends, the next method now to practice English is to use the method called think aloud or think out loud, thinking out loud. Now you will ask me, what is thinking out loud? If you're on the phone, or if you're over the phone, if you remember something, then you can tell that in English. That is thinking out loud. Whatever you are thinking, you have to say it aloud. You can say, I have to deliver a presentation, or I am getting ready to go to office, or I am getting late, whatever. So everything you have to tell in English. Over time it will become automatic for you to think out loud. Also, thinking out loud will help you to switch from your native language to your English language. Dear friends, the next way to practice English is reading in English. Reading in English helps you to form sentence structures or grammar. So, reading more and more in English helps you to understand how to structure sentence. This can significantly increase your vocabulary by 300 to 400 new words every time when you finish reading a book. Reading books also help you to improve your sentence structure and your grammar. If you want to get fluent in English, you need to read more and more books. It is that whatever you read, the text, that should be interesting for you. And it is important that you enjoy reading. It can be a nice story or it can be anything of your interest. Don't read the book which is not interesting for you, because when you don't understand, you will lose your interest. Or if you don't know many words, you can get frustrated. So dear friends, you should read the books which you enjoy. The subject should be interesting for you, and whenever you find a word which you don't understand, you should take dictionary and you should find the word for its meaning. This will make better understanding of the text and your knowledge on that word will increase. Remember that you no need to write it down that word. The word will automatically get registered in your brain and you will always remember that. What is the meaning of that? Whenever you find this word next time, you will get the meaning of that word. So reading also has another great advantage. Whenever you read, not only you learn new words, you can also learn how each word is connected to other words in that particular sentence. You can understand how to link these words with each other. This way of learning new word is very effective. Yes, dear friends, now next comes about the pronunciation. How to practice good pronunciation. How to become better at pronunciation. Dear friends, in fact, pronunciation is not a big problem because usually people understand what we speak irrespective of our pronunciation. But why the pronunciation is not perfect? That is the question. The problem is, whenever we speak in English, we use our muscles the same way we would use them for our native language. However, we can work on our pronunciation to make it better. And there is a technique, and the name of the technique to practice English pronunciation is shadowing. What is shadowing? Dear friends, when you do shadowing, you simply copy the sound which you hear. Usually, children learn native language or their mother tongue. Maybe I and you learned by copying our parents. The same way we need to do for our English pronunciation too. But dear friends, when you practice this shadowing for the first time, your mouth pains. This is something like you're going to a gym. For the first time, your muscles pain. You can take a break when you do shadowing. After 10 minutes, you can take a break and then you can continue. So like this, maybe for 10 minutes or 5 minutes, you can take a break. Shadowing helps not only to correct pronunciation in English, it also helps in intonation rhythm. Intonation rhythm is rise and fall while speaking in English. Rise and fall of the voice. So this is most important. And when you practice shadowing, it helps you to build the connection with each other words. Yes, dear friends, I recommend you to practice this shadowing at least for 10 minutes daily to become fluent in English. Dear friends, today we have discussed about how to practice English to become fluent in English. Do follow these steps daily, minimum for 10 minutes and maximum as you wish. You need to practice. That's all for today. Click the subscribe button so that you will get more useful videos. And you can enroll for basic English and also advanced English by clicking the link which is in the description as well as in the bio. That's all for today. Signing off, Trinity Sosa, an author and India's first authority. See you in the next.
Isn't life so amazing? Sometimes it can get crazy, but hey, that's okay. We've got another day to make mistakes and say sorry. There's no sense in our worry, 'cause all we can do is try our best to make it through with love.